including the raising of children.
I think that was like our speciality.
Yeah, and really, these women was the backbone to have a woman like Caesar Geddes. Thank you, Go-Go. Thank you, Go-Go.
Thank you, as long as they know how to press them buttons, they good.
Yes,
teach boys how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of the home.
Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Caesar, bringing to you Chilling With The Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development. So we can take control of our life. Let's go and let's get it started. Welcome to Chilling With The Chaplins. I'm LJ with the one and only, my lovely wife, Lady Caesar. She is in the building. Yes. We're going to jump right in tonight. Yes, and go right into the shout out of the week. Yes, and this week's shout out of the week goes to Star Seed Journey.
Yes.
Yes. And she wrote, thanks for bringing this awareness. It is very important we look out for these warning signs. Mental illness is very important and too often overlooked. Let's normalize therapy. I love that, sis.
And,
yes.
And she commented in our last week's video about mental illness.
Yes. So big up to Star Seed Journey. We appreciate the comment. We love it. Keep the comment going each and every week. The comments, but not only the comments, also the reviews from our audio listeners.
Yes. But not just that. Don't want to forget everybody else that watches the video but has not had the courage to comment. We love you too.
We love you too.
Continue to share and continue to watch and continue to be the best subscribers. We appreciate each and every one of you, Chaplain Chillers.
Yes,
right.
We appreciate.
Go ahead.
Yes. So tonight, we
first of all, we
yes,
want to say Happy Women's Month.
Yes.
To all the women of the world.
Yes.
And then today, my husband is going to give us an intro. Go ahead.
Yes, so we want to say, Happy Women's Month, and we want to just celebrate and
honor
the women that
have paved the way
for the women of today.
Yeah.
The women that fought for freedom, independence.
Yeah.
Especially, when there was a time that the women didn't have all the freedom and independence that they have today.
Yes, so true. And probably you guys thought we had forgotten, right? Because we're in the middle of March. No, we did not. I don't think the world would be this great if it wasn't for women.
Yes, we know that Women's Day was March 8th. March 8th. Mm-hmm. But we just wanted to celebrate it on this evening just to, get...
Well, it's still Women's Month, so we're still on point.
On point, yes.
But we just really, really didn't want to end this month without acknowledging women and showing our gratitude to what they've done. Of course, we're not going to be able to list each and every woman out there, but we just really going to touch on a few women who have really paved the way for women today. And my husband is going to start off, speaking of women in the historical women, like back in the days of how they, what they had to go through.
Yes. And so we understand multiple women from past centuries.
Yes.
had changed.
This is your 1800s, 1700s,
Yeah,
you name it.
yes, had changed the world.
Not that only, but even the 1900s, the 20th century, yeah.
But they had changed the world in many different ways, and had also paved the way for women to enjoy many benefits in the future. So women, you should be grateful and thankful for the women of that time.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for their struggle, if it wasn't for their fight
and resilience,
to get back up, even being knocked down, to be misunderstood. Because women at that time was misunderstood, overlooked, underappreciated.
Yeah.
They didn't really have the support of society.
Well, not society, of men.
Men.
Let's just be honest and be frank. It's the men that really suppressed us, okay? So let's not say society here.
Okay, men.
You're the culprits.
Okay, men. And so, for them to keep going, because they could have easily just lay down.
Right.
They could have just laid down and said, you know what, you're right.
And a great example of that, baby, is for us in South Africa, it's 1956, I believe. I might get the year wrong, where women actually marched to Pretoria back then, which was like the headquarters of South Africa, in demand for, and because we celebrate our Women's Day on August 9th in South Africa. So this was the day where they marched to the parliament to actually, want to be counted and be seen as women. They wanted, their voting rights. They wanted to be heard. They wanted the positions like everywhere else in the world, because I know the United States had already spearheaded that. When was it when the women in America were able to vote?
Like during historical times, the typical and normal way of life for women consisted of achieving many different goals.
Yeah.
But still always remain unequal.
Yeah.
And inferior to men. Shame.
It is really a big shame.
Shame.
I just look at that we know that women had a word. They were behind, and I think the phrase that says behind every successful man is a strong woman comes from that there was a woman backing up this man was the face of success.
Yeah.
But actually, this man would not have made it and succeeded if it wasn't for that strong woman backing him up.
And the women, they was behind the scenes, but the man was getting all the credit.
Yes.
Which was, but the women.
And it still happens now. Yes. But at least some men, they give women their credit where it's due. Yeah.
And the historical women could not vote.
Yeah, unfortunately. Hold
jobs outside of the home, or even had a place in politics. Wow, that's crazy, right? Now, historical women only managed the home front.
Right.
Including the raising of children.
I think that was like our speciality.
Yeah.
And hence today...
I think they took the Bible too literal.
I think so. But also hence today you find that men who choose to be homemakers, because we have men who are...
housewife. I mean, I know the verse. The roles has reversed, but it's a name for
not reverse. But I mean, men who want to stay home and take care of the kids, they let them be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Because who really stated that raising kids was for women?
Yes.
We made these children together. So if one can stay at home and take care of them while the woman is pushing her career, why not?
The Bible only say that women was going to bear children. It did not say that women was going to take care of the home.
Yes.
Catch that. Yes. Please. The Bible only say that women was going to bear children.
But we are nurturers by nature.
By nature.
That we cannot change.
But it did not say that they was gonna take care of the
But have you realized that
cook and do
a
a house cleaning.
that is headed by a woman is the most successful and grounded house ever?
Yeah.
Shameless plug, but that's like the honest truth.
Yes.
You know, most households, especially in the black community, are grounded or are taken care by women. You find that they are single wives, single moms, single whatever, single even grandmothers that you find in the black community, and those houses and households, they bring out career people, they bring out successful individuals, and they're headed by women. And houses mainly headed by just men alone, they struggle.
Yes.
So in other words, men are unable to balance things when women can, and that's why we want to honor these amazing women, because listen,
and we want to break that stigma that women, you know, we're able to get they do.
Yeah.
They do. And
respect.
Do respect, yes. And because women were not in charge of many things outside of the home.
Right.
They could not think or speak freely as they can today.
Yeah. They used to think and speak, but were not the mouthpiece. They would speak through a man.
Through the man, yes.
So sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think they also, in the Christian world, they also take that a little bit too far as well. Yeah. When they say in the Bible, when Paul's saying that women should not speak
because
in the
they're
church.
reading it out of context as
well.
well.
Or women should go to their husband first before I think they take it too literal. And not understanding the meaning of what Paul was saying, what he was saying. So you know, but today we want to give women they due respect, and realize that it's okay that women can speak because they do have a voice.
Yeah, and mostly they say a lot of outstanding things. Women have really shown that they are much needed in this world.
Yeah, because back then, historical women, they only catered to the man.
And that's why we have a saying that says, women belong in the kitchen with, it's not even funny, LJ, it's actually sad.
I know, it's sad.
With bare feet and children in their bags. I mean, really? That's like a big N-O.
Yes. And so, they was catered to man, they was ignored. Why? For their freedom, their independence, and their opportunities.
Right.
So we want to break that today. We want to break because women do have some gifts in them.
Absolutely, not some, a lot of. And I think they more gifted than men, to be
women
honest.
are very creative, and so if we allow women to flow in their gift, I think we'll see that the world will be a better place.
No. The world is a better place with women. Not we'll see. The world is a better place with women. It's a much better way. Better place for women.
Look at this. You know how the world's a better place? What they call the world? Mother Earth.
Exactly. I mean, with women give birth, they nurture, they grow things, we are creative. We are multitaskers of this earth. We are like, come on now, give us the respect that is due to us.
Yes, because many important historical women changed the way women are viewed and privileged.
Yes.
Now, for example, Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell. She was the first woman in the United States to attain a medical degree.
Clap, clap, clap. Yay. Yeah, go on.
Yes, and Winnie Mandela.
Clapping again. Yes.
Winnie Mandela. Now, Winnie Mandela is Nelson Mandela, former wife, also known as the Mother of the Nation of South Africa.
Yes.
And an anti-apartheid
heroine
in her own right. She kept the fire burning.
Yeah.
in the fight against the apartheid.
Not just that. I mean,
go ahead, baby. You can tell it better than I can.
No, not really. But just look at not just Nelson Mandela's wife, not just Winnie Mandela, but look at
Coretta Scott King.
Yes, Martin Luther King's wife.
Yes.
All these women who were partners with their husbands.
And really, these women was the backbone.
Absolutely.
Of the fight.
Absolutely.
They were the backbone because of the women. They kept the house together.
Yes. Not just that.
They kept things quiet when things was happening a lot of times.
Yeah.
They knew some of it.
Yeah.
But they kept it quiet.
But not just that. I'm talking them being in the trenches.
Yeah.
Them
they were definitely in the trenches.
Yeah, them being civil rights advocates as well, and leaders,
educators,
educators, while the leaders were in hiding somewhere, or in our case in South Africa, they were imprisoned and they were had to flee the country because they were after their lives. The woman stayed behind. I know Winnie, for example, had to go to prison several times because she would not budge to the white people. She would not. And she would tell them that over my dead body, she would rather have died for the struggle. And it's sad that they are not given the credit like the men do.
Yeah.
Mandela would not have done it if Winnie Mandela was not by his side. Would not have. Because let me tell you, he tried it with his first wife and he failed dismally. And hence the wife couldn't stand what was happening and divorced him. Winnie Mandela, it was the second wife who said, I understand the struggle and I'm here to make it work with you.
Yeah,
and it's a pity that she never really got to enjoy, the freedom that she fought so hard for. She was orchestrated, and I don't want to go into politics or anything, but I feel like she wasn't given the crown that she really, really worked so hard to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Along with Martin Luther King's wife,
yes,
and
correct,
all the other struggle wife.
Because even after his death, she kept the dream alive.
Yes.
She kept his legacy alive.
Yes.
She kept the fight. She kept going. She
and
kept
this is King's wife, right?
Yes. She didn't allow his dream to die because they could have died at his death.
Absolutely.
But she kept fighting for civil rights.
Yes.
She kept fighting for equality for the black man and black women and all men and all mankind.
Absolutely.
And womankind. She kept fighting and she did not allow that fight that her husband had started to die.
Absolutely.
But she kept going until we see the world the way it is today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So well done to this incredible woman.
Yes, well done.
Not just the two of them, but every woman who fought the fight and laid down their lives for us to be free today.
And so, baby, because you are a woman.
Of course I am.
Because you is a woman, and so you can actually talk about it a little better than I can from a woman perspective.
Right.
I only can come from a man perspective, but you can actually talk about it from a woman perspective because you as a woman that's doing big things.
All right.
That is creative. That has a lot of intuition. I know because, I know me and I know who I am and I understand that, without this woman right here, my bride, my helpmeet, my better half. Without her, I can't be the person I am today. She makes me better, and she holds me down. And I know without her, I won't be the man I am today.
No.
I can't go as far without this woman. So I am very happy to have a woman like Caesar Gedde. Thank you, Gogo. Thank you, Gogo. Thank you, Gogo.
In heaven.
Yes, in heaven. So I want you to talk about it from a woman perspective, how women had transitioned from the historical women to the modern 21st century woman.
Absolutely. And I love that because I enjoy the fruit of what the historical women did. And that's why we just wanted to give them kudos first and congratulate them for all they did. But women today, they excelling in a variety of fields.
Yes.
I mean, we see them being astronauts. We see them even leading nations. It's just amazing how when they were allowed to be, they became. We can list lots of women who have just made being a 21st century woman amazing. I mean, I enjoy it for so many several reasons, being a woman of this age, where because of modernization, I don't have to be carrying water on my head. My God. Walk miles barefoot trying to go get some food in the woods or whatever that was happening back then. I don't have to be bound to a kitchen, having to bear kids and be a children's factory, because that's what woman was seen as. You stay at home and you make kids and you make me food, etc. What I love about my family, my husband, is that we don't have women's chores in this house. We don't have men's chores in this house. I take out the trash. He cleans.
I clean, yes.
Sometimes.
And I clean, but I don't clean the way she want me to clean. Of course, my clean and my wife clean is totally different.
Right, and that's because women have that special touch. When we touch things, you have to really see that was a woman touching it. But I appreciate the fact that my husband, does not have that perception of that. Oh, that's a woman's job. No, we are equals.
No, we are a team.
We are a team.
Yes, and I want to put this out there because since we're talking about this, and I want to help the single people for a minute.
Yeah.
Those that looking to get married.
Right.
Those that are already married. When you looking for a mate.
Yeah.
You want to find a mate that's gonna partner with you.
That's gonna complement you.
That's gonna complement you. You have to be a team.
Yeah.
Because if you're not team, you're not working together, then you won't be able to accomplish
How
nothing.
can two work together?
Set the agree. And so even with me and my wife, we as a team, I can't do everything. So I'm like, even with investing in business, I see so many different opportunities, right? And I like trading, but I'm in real estate. And I can't, even though I love trading, I can't get into trading right now because I'm still trying to build a real estate business. But so when my wife decided that idea came to her, I said, baby, that was a great idea because this is something I want to do, but I knew I can't do it. But she stepped right in and so we are a team. She focused on trading, I'm focused on the real estate side. So when you are looking for a partner and when you are looking for a mate, you have to look for a mate that complements you and able to see y'all as a team.
Yeah.
You have to see each other as a team.
And
that
not
you have
be
to
in
work
competition
to,
and
be
jealous of each other.
Yes.
But I know for a fact that when my husband is great, I'm great too.
Yes.
And when I'm great, he's great.
Yes.
So our greatness, we applaud each other for that, and we know that if we support each other, then we can go a mighty long way.
Yes.
So just going back to why it's amazing to be a 21st century woman.
Why? Tell us, please.
The technology that we are living in right now, women are able to do more and be more with the technology as well. I mean, we were talking earlier about that a woman can actually now be in careers which were seen as only male careers. And you were like, no, but they can't carry things. Yes, they can. They don't need to carry anything anymore because technology is there to carry it for them. As long as they know how to press them buttons, they're good. And because it's all this.
Yes.
It's all what they know
Yes.
and not what they can literally physically do. Because I think you men were taking it literally as in physical strength. Of course we don't have the physical strength, but it doesn't stop us from being able to do the job. We hear every day, first woman doing this, first woman doing this. Why have they been stopped all these years? Because it's apparent now that women actually can do things.
Can do it, yeah.
Women are pilots. Women are, last time we was talking about Black History Month, we saw women who are drench masters, women who are, who are captains of ships, women who are pilots and who are majors, and I mean all these incredible things. And you just spoke about the first woman who had her medical degree as a woman, Winnie Tigizana Mandela, who was leading also in politics. There's so many things that really made women, better now versus the past, because we were not exposed to such things that helped us to be better. I'll make an example again, even like medical advancements.
Yes.
I know my mom's youngest, one of my mom's youngest sister had a cesarean section, and you could actually see
the cut.
It was so massive. I remember growing up, I was like, Auntie, what is that? Why is your stomach like that? Because she had it was like her stomach was parted in half.
Yes.
Because she had a cesarean section. Versus now, a cesarean section is just really like a scratch.
A big scar. It's just a
It's
small
a
little scratch.
It's like somebody just did that to you. Tiny. So these medical advancements made things better, because can you imagine a woman with that huge scar? The self-esteem that she had,
insecurity,
and insecurities. Now you can have a C-section and not have to think, oh my God, the scar, whatever. So all these things have made the modern woman feel much more intelligent, much more stronger, much more self-sufficient, and much more important as they are, right? And some of the things that really stand out for me as a modern 21st century woman is that, thank God now that we are able to vote legally.
Legally, yes.
Women were not allowed to vote for the longest of
time.
We had to go with whatever men chose, and then that would be it. No, we have the right to choose as well. And look at the likes of the Hillary Clintons of this time. Look at the likes of the Kamala Harris of this time.
Yes.
Being
the first
deputy
woman and black woman
in the American history.
history.
So that for us that's a big thing. Hillary as well. I don't want to take her out, because she was one of the first women to actually fight to be in the presidency. And she was this close. But then politics got ahead. But we're not there. Women, as we're talking politics, I'm reminded of the first black. Black is not important, but the first woman. No, I don't say it's important, but in this case, we're talking woman. The first woman in modern Africa who was elected president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of Liberia.
Okay.
She's actually was rated one of the best presidents in the world.
Okay.
Because not just because she was a president, but because women have such a great intuition. Women, she was also looking out for women programs, because when you have male presidents, how can a male president make a decision for a woman's body, for example? Because not understanding what a woman has to go through.
I agree.
So we need that balance in politics. We need that balance in people in high positions, where it cannot just be one race. It cannot just be one gender. It cannot just be one denomination. But there has to be a good spread representing that company, representing the population of that country, etc. So I'm really, really excited that we have so many women in parliament. We have so many women in Congress. We have so many women in political positions lately.
Yes.
And they're speaking on women's rights. Behalf.
Yes, I agree.
Another one is women now have many opportunities to choose from. The careers are no longer just
it's not limited.
That you can be whatever you want to be.
Whatever.
Be that first woman in that
field.
If there's no woman who's spearheading it.
If you could dream it, you can accomplish it.
You can be it. Yes.
If you can see it, you can attain it.
Amen.
If you can visualize it,
right.
you can grab it.
That's it. That's absolutely.
Yes.
And I want to also mention Malala Yousafzai. I'm sure I'm butchering that. Please forgive me. She's a young lady from Pakistan who actually stood up and fought for education for women for girls in Pakistan.
In Pakistan.
So that's to be applauded, because Pakistan was discriminating. Yeah, let's give her that air horn and that.
Yes.
She stood up for women and girls who are not allowed to go to school. So as a young woman, she spoke out, and women are now able to go to school through her. Another one is women are regarded now as equals in some fields and some industries. Some, we're gonna be honest, we're still not there. The gap has not been closed yet.
Yes.
I know in most sports, women are still getting paid a little less than the male doing the same kind of sports. I know that in some certain jobs, women are still not being paid the same as their male counterparts, but we are closing that gap very slowly.
Very slowly.
I really want to also applaud the women in Syria right now who are standing up against, the war as well. They are speaking out, etc. And we're really happy about that as well. So not just that, this women who have done so much. I know in Saudi Arabia, where women were not allowed to drive, and women stood up to fight against that, and women in Saudi Arabia are driving now.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Wow,
incredible?
that's incredible.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Because one thing that must be remembered, women can do anything that a man can do. Anything.
Like I said earlier, if you could put your mind to it, you can achieve it.
Absolutely. And I just want to quote a quotation that I really love by A. Cripps, and he says, "Educate a man, and you will educate an individual. But educate a woman, and you educate an entire family." So that's just amazing.
That's powerful. And when I hear that, all I can think of is Proverbs 31, a virtual woman.
Yes.
Who deserve her praise, because a virtual woman, when she's in her proper place, she can actually take care of that home.
Yeah.
She can actually maintain that home.
And she was everything. Actually, she was a good homemaker.
Yeah.
She was an entrepreneur. She
Yeah,
was a prayerful woman.
She took care of the home.
A mother, a wife.
She took care of. She made the home. She made it.
She moved the home to be. She moved the house to be
a home, and she made the husband looks good.
Yes.
Because she managed the home. She managed everything that was given unto her.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's go on. The United Nations defines, because it's really important for us to actually also look at women empowerment, because these women were able to do these things because they were empowered. And the United Nations, as we close off, defines women empowerment in 5 components. And it's good for us to actually look at that so that we understand how women empowerment is perceived as. The first one is women's sense of self-worth. When women feel a sense of being self-worth, they can achieve anything. They become empowered, where they feel like they are being recognized, where they feel like they are their voice is worth being heard, etc. So women's self-worth. What's the second?
Yes, their right to have and determine choices. Because you do have a choice.
Yeah.
And we all should have a choice, because of free will, we all have a choice.
I think a great example of that is what's been happening lately in Parliament, where they've been debating about the abortion rights. Whether you agree with it or not, I believe that a woman still has the right to choose what happens to her body.
I agree.
Especially people who have been raped, people who have gone through, certain things that have made them feel less of, and probably being violated in one way or the other.
Yes, and we're not saying it is right or wrong.
Yeah.
All we're saying is they have a right,
the woman to make,
and they have to make their own choices. Because we don't know why they choose to have an abortion, but it's their right, and you can't take it away from them, and you can't try to take it away from them, because by you saying
it's a sin,
we're gonna take away the rights by doing by being pro abortion, then you're saying that we all robots, and we are not robots. God gave us free will to make our own choice. Now it's up to us. The Bible even say, you know, you have life and death. He tells us choose life, but it's still your choice. And because it's our choice, it's our choice to make the right one, and it's our choice to make the wrong one. But it's still our choice, and you don't take that away from a person by saying it's wrong. Yeah, we know it's wrong, but it's still their choice.
Right.
And you gotta allow them to have that, make their own choices in life, so they can learn from it.
Right.
We can't learn from the choices we made if you take it away from us.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And then the third one would be the right to have access to opportunities and resources. When women have access to opportunities and resources, and they are not cut out and not excluded, they can thrive. They can become, and can be empowered more than anything.
I agree with that. And the fourth one, their right to have the powers to combat their own lives, both within and outside the home.
Yeah.
Not just in the home, but outside the home.
And we see that a lot of most CEOs and directors. I mean, women, you're doing us proud. I'm proud to call myself a woman. Yes. That deserves an air horn.
Yes.
And then lastly, women have given the ability to influence the direction of social change, because we are talking about women as change agents. You know, to create a more just and a social and economic order nationally and internationally. So that's how the United Nations defines women empowerment. And I believe that in a home setting, let us push women empowerment.
Yes.
Let us shy away from saying, oh, that's a girl's job, that's a boy's job, because it starts at home.
Yes,
you know, teach boys how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of the home. Because, you know, if we still instill it in the homes that this is a girl's job, then we are not empowering the men as well.
We're not empowering.
You know, there's a program that say take a girl to work. There should be one that says take a boy to work. I think they started that as well. Because if we're saying we're gonna be equals, then don't treat the other better or less than the other. You know, if you're giving a boy child a curfew, give a girl child a curfew. If you're giving a girl child house chores, give a boy child house chores. You know, let them not see themselves and feel that I'm better than the other. Because that's where the problem is.
Because that's what you're doing. You when you do things like you saying one is better than the other, and you saying they're not equal, and you know, so still raise the boy. Even though he might be doing chores, even though he might be washing dishes, even though he might be cleaning, whatever he is, you still raise him as a man, and you let him know that even, you know, you're a man, you're a boy, you're a man, and this is what you're supposed to do. You know, this is how you act, but still teach him these different things so that when he grow up, he know how to take care of himself.
Right.
You know, even in his singleness, he can learn how to take care of himself. He can cook for himself. He can clean.
And just be a great husband and partner to the spouse.
To the spouse.
Nothing hurtful as a man who cannot do anything.
I agree.
You know, it's just
sad.
Not
it's
supposed
sad,
to happen.
yes.
Anyways, we just want to also just encourage, you know, women to continue to be agents of change.
Yes.
Be agents of change in your communities. Be agents of change in your families, in your homes. Be agents of change in your church. You know, be agents of change wherever you step foot.
You go.
Do not be afraid to show off your God-given talent.
Don't be afraid.
You know,
don't be
afraid.
Just
shine. Continue to shine.
Yes.
And may you enjoy the rest of this month, Women's Month. This is your month. I think we should take that away from him because he's overdoing it now. This is your month, and we want you guys to just be spoiled and just be seen as well. So we've come to the end of our show. We thank you for tuning in.
Yes,
but before
thank you.
we go off, we really want to remind you guys to please subscribe to our channel.
Yes,
we
please
really
subscribe.
appreciate it. We are growing, and we're really, really excited about that. And then you can also, if you want to continue to follow us, Please kindly follow us on all platforms at Chilling with the Chaplins. And you can follow me personally at Lady Season 1 on Instagram, and my husband
And Get Inspired by LJ on Instagram and Get Inspired by LJ on YouTube. Please subscribe as well as hit the notification bell, and please comment on the video. I do give weekly motivational videos out on a weekly basis, so thank you for subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And you can listen to us on the audio platforms, the earlier versions of the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and we do say follow us and hit the plus button on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating, because we don't say any other ratings but the 5-star, as well as write a review on these platforms. We greatly appreciate it. It allows us to impact more people and to
our videos
deliver great content.
And our videos to go a mighty long way.
And go a
but
long
also
way.
Do leave your
Share
comments.
the video.
Yes, and leave your comments.
Yes, leave your
Because
comments.
you never know, you might be the shout out
of the week.
Again, we'd like to shout you out. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes,
thank you so much for your support. We love you, and we'll
see you next week.
Night. See you next. Not good night.
We'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Caesar, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development, so we can take control of our life.